Now, so there's a very important match coming up on Monday, which is the Schoolgirls FAI Senior A Final. Well, St. Attracta's senior girls will take on Sculmurra Buncrana in Gortakeegan in Monaghan at 1 p.m. Next Monday. So what date is the Monday? Monday the 6th, isn't it? Monday the 6th of March. So we have two of the players here with us today. We've Jessica Casey and Pixie O'Hara here with us. So thanks a million, girls, for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
I know we had to take you out of school and the whole lot to come in and the whole lot, so hopefully you're not missing too much.
No,
I know you're in the middle of your leaving certs as well, so it's probably nice to get a break as well, I suppose.
Oh,
you know?
Definitely.
So we're going to start off, I suppose. Tell us about the matches that got you to the final, how you got to the final itself.
Well, starting off, Ursuline conceded us the game, so I suppose we didn't have to play the first match. Then going in, we played Clare Galway back in October. We won that game 2-0. Then went on and played Closhton na Curva in the Connacht semi-final. We won that 4-1. I think it was I scored 2 goals, Becky scored 2, and they got a late penalty in the end. Going into the Connacht final, then we bet Clare Galway, who we previously bet back in October. That was a very tight game. We only bet them 1-0. It was kind of end of the second half, so it was very close. And then going into the All-Ireland semi-final against Middleton, won that 2-1. Again, awful close game that went into extra time, so it was very tight, very hard round of games to go through, but we pulled through.
Very good. And like that, like you were saying, like the matches, they were really kind of nail-biting matches. Like we say, I would have gone to one or two of them, and like literally you were kind of on edge throughout the match. It was fantastic.
Yeah,
you know.
Even against Middleton there, we were 1-0 down and having to come back up to 2-1. It was just an amazing feeling as well. And
the crowd went wild as soon as they scored. That was it.
That was it.
And the cheering started then, and it was like it was relentless after that point. I suppose, guys, from you both kind of play I always wonder whether you call it soccer or football. It's kind of everybody calls it football, and I used to call it soccer. But what would you call it, soccer or football?
I call it soccer.
Yeah,
I'd be opposite. I'd say football.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we say from playing soccer and football at a young level, and now, guys, you're Sligo Rovers players, and Pixie yourself, you're on the Ireland squad. Do you find kind of your football inspirations kind of growing up? Who are your football inspirations growing up, and like who's your inspirations now, I suppose?
Well, I know for myself, like my football inspirations would have been the likes of Stephen Gerrard playing for Liverpool. Like I would have gone to a few games there, but I know like there was almost no female footballers that I would have had growing up that I would have been aware of. Obviously they would have been playing, but like it's just the media has grown way much more now today, and the young girls today now have way more of a choice of their role models, the likes of Katie McCabe, Sam Kerr, who are just fabulous footballers. And even in the League of Ireland, like the way that's growing, like you have young girls coming to even our Rovers games, like looking up to all of us now, and it's just great to see the growth of it, women's football. Yeah,
exactly.
Now.
And like even like the World Cup, I remember kind of, we say the Ladies World Cup, it got like literally front stage, like everybody was watching the World Cup, you know, this year or last year, and like it does kind of, it seems to be now being mainstream, and the sport is there now. It's starting to kind of see a big approach to it, you know. I suppose the one comparison we have to make in Ireland a whole lot is between the FAI or the soccer and we'll say the Gaelic football, like the GAA and the whole lot. And you can notice that the GAA like is split into like between the LGFA for the women and the GAA for the men and the what, but the FAI kind of encompasses both, like, so it's literally it's for all. Like, do you see a difference, I suppose, because you both play the GAA as well as the soccer? Like, do you see a difference between the FAI and GAA at a club level, I suppose, and at a professional level, you know?
Definitely, there definitely is a big difference there with like the difference with the GAA and LGFA. You can only really go to county, like that's the highest you can go to, but with the FAI there's FAI schools and stuff going into international training camps and stuff like that, so I feel like there is a big difference in a way, but you're coming through club. Well, with the FAI schools there's obviously emerging talents for the likes of Sligo Leitrim and stuff, whereas exactly. The GAA and LGFA, they wouldn't have them kind of like emerging talents to come up through to get up to the higher level, I suppose. Yeah,
I know what you mean. And both you both play for Sligo Rovers, but you would have probably got there different ways, like one being from Sligo and one from Mayo, kind of, we say for people like who are, you know, young girls that are starting out in soccer and the whole lot. And do you kind of, what was your path to that? Like, how did you get to Sligo Rovers from?
Well, I know for me, like I started off playing with the lads down in Charlestown, and like there wasn't really a girls team for us. There was only had 1 year that we had an under 12 girls team, and that was really it. Yeah. But playing with the lads in Charlestown, went to Manula for a year, but then while doing that, we were playing county for soccer. So for the Gainer Cup, Gainer Cup years, and we had maybe 2 or 3 years with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously COVID came, and then we missed our last year of that. And then it was just great to get into Rovers, into the academy setup. Like, it's fabulous down there, like the stuff that they have for us. But the pathway was definitely there for me, and I was very fortunate to have that. But I know for a lot of girls, even in Charlestown, like, there's no girls soccer team there. The closest they'd have to go to is Swinford, which is unfortunate in a way. But then, like, there's more of a focus on GAA in the town. Like, there isn't really a focus on the soccer club.
Yeah,
I suppose.
exactly. And like there is that interest. Like we see, like we say from the first years up, like the amount of people that are interested in soccer and the whole lot. And like I think if the community come together, there will. There is that push for it. So like we're hoping that, like, again, this is a community podcast. We're hoping that people will come along and start the initiative, I suppose, and let's get it going. Let's get a kind of a a soccer team in Charlestown as well.
Yeah. Like, we even got word there the last day that there was 3 girls in first year on the Irish under 15 schools team. So like it's amazing to know that there is that pathway there for young girls, especially in football. And like, it'd be nice to kind of leave this legacy with school soccer, that we would have a team there in a few years to come, so that they can have that goal of maybe they want to bring back the next All-Ireland.
Yeah, absolutely. If they build it, they will come. Pixie, you would have gone a different path, I suppose, for Sligo, based kind of to get to the Sligo Rovers.
Yeah, I would have came up through playing with the lads with Real Tubber at first, and then going into Real Tubber under 12s, under 14s, under 16s, but also at the side I had Sligo Leitrim to play with under 12s, under 14s and under 16s again. So I kind of came up that way, and then straight into the under 17s Sligo Rovers Academy. Yeah. So, and then I had I think it was 2 or 3 years with the under 17s, then into the 19s, and of course with the senior team coming in last year, like it's great for the girls, like the younger girls now, to know that that's there for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially like with the girls in Sligo, they have the likes of Sligo Leitrim and stuff like that. Like when I was playing, obviously I would have played against Jessica down in Gainer Cup and stuff. So like I suppose I can see from her point of view, it would have been harder for her to come up having to play with the lads and having to maybe travel to get to another club. But yeah, it's really good to have kind of for the likes of Sligo Leitrim and stuff, not even just as a pathway, but to develop like your whatever you want to do, like your skills and stuff.
Yeah, so. Exactly. And there's a few Sligo Rovers in the school, isn't there? There's yourselves and
there's ourselves,
who else have we got?
There's Cara King, Becky Doddy, Michaela Burke.
There's quite a few, so there's a lot of star players there. So so I suppose Pixie, I have to kind of mention, you're part of the Irish international squad. What was going through your head when you found out you'd been picked for the Ireland squad?
Oh, mixed emotions. I was absolutely delighted, so excited, nervous, shocked at the same time, because it was obviously my first time being called up. I was for under 17s up for trials and that. I got to the final stage, but never on the final squad. It's just to get picked, I was like, it was unbelievable, absolutely incredible. I was delighted.
Fantastic. So girls, I suppose tell us about the back office team, kind of who've helped you get to the final. Who was involved in that side?
So yeah, obviously we would have had Mr. Flynn and Mr. Harvey, who've been great mentors to us, always given us great advice, and even in the last few weeks they've given us their own independence, trying to get us to push it on a bit more. And like they've just been great mentors to us, honestly. Like you couldn't ask for probably 2 better coaches who they kind of know what they're at, and like, you could just tell, like,
which is good.
And obviously we have Miss Brady as well, who's been
the number one supporter, I think, yes, and her lucky socks.
You were even saying that the last day, like she even showed us her lucky socks after the game there as well. But no, she's been amazing for us. Like right from first year up until like now, like she's been class. Even the 2 lads as well, like having us coached us for futsal and having soccer under 15 and everything. Like
and that is the difference. Like guys, you are in leaving certain a whole lot, and like this is the culmination of 6 years. To get to this stage. Like and again, like we say, the team there's younger players there as well that are involved in the whole lot. So it's great to see kind of that literally level of professionalism. They're getting inspired by you guys. And hopefully like we'll have another couple of Ireland players. On from Tubbercurry kind of showing up on the screens. So I suppose we'll say from the level of support, like I've been to a couple of the matches and like the level of support is absolutely fantastic. There's a lot, as far as I know, there's a lot of support travelling with you to Monaghan next Monday. And like I said, you're leaving certain whole lot. Are you feeling the pressure of being in the final?
There definitely is that bit of pressure on us. Obviously there's a lot of talk the last few weeks of us getting into the final, like once we got the date, and with Miss Brady, of course, saying that there were about 3 53-seater buses down with us. So, there's always going to be that bit of pressure. Like, it is an All-Ireland final at the end of the day. But I think the way we'll deal with the pressure is kind of like we're kind of used to it coming up with Real Tubber
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. So we are used to kind of pressure on big matches like this. So just kind of have to keep calm and just do what we do. I
what you do,
suppose, yeah.
exactly. Well, it's worked so far, so you can't be wrong.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's quite good. I suppose, like guys, I'll be there on Monday anyway as well. So we're going to wish you the best of luck, and hopefully you'll be lifting the cup on Monday afternoon. So thanks a million, guys, for coming down, and we wish you all the best, and we'll see you on Monday.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.